At 36 years old, James Harden is still one of the smartest and most productive guards in the NBA. But the days of expecting him to carry the full weight of an offense every single night? Those are fading fast. Last season, Harden averaged 22.8 points and 8.7 assists across 79 games, logging over 35 minutes a night. With Kawhi Leonard sidelined for much of the year, rehabbing from a knee procedure, Harden was thrust into the role of offensive engine. Teams loaded up defensively to slow him down, yet he kept the Clippers' season alive. The result? A 50-win campaign, largely thanks to Harden's steady leadership. But this year, head coach Ty Lue is making one thing clear, that workload is not happening again. Speaking on media day ahead of the 2025-26 season, Lue said bluntly, "We don't want that. He just had to do too much for us to be successful." And it's easy to see what he means. Harden is no stranger to being the everyman. His Houston Rockets days proved he can score, facilitate, and control a game all by himself. But doing that for an entire season, at this stage of his career, is a recipe for burnout before the playoffs. Ty Lue and the Clippers know they need Harden at his best when the games matter most, not worn down by January. That doesn't mean Harden won't still have monster nights. As Lue admitted, there's going to be games where he has to do that. But I think the last 25 games of the season when Kawhi came back, I think we were number 2 in offense and number 1 in defense. In other words, with Kawhi healthy, Harden doesn't have to be Superman. Kawhi Leonard himself seems ready to take on more responsibility. After appearing in only 37 games last season, Leonard closed the year on a high note, including a 33-point performance against the Warriors that reminded everyone just how dominant he can be when healthy. Entering this season, Kawhi says he finally feels free of the constant doctor check-ins and rehab restrictions that have plagued his career. For the first time in years, he feels fully ready to hoop. That's welcome news for a Clippers team that added more firepower this offseason. John Collins and Bradley Beal are now in the mix, giving Los Angeles added scoring and versatility on both ends. On paper, this is one of the most well-rounded rosters in the Western Conference, provided everyone stays healthy. Of course, questions still remain. Can Kawhi avoid another setback? Can Harden balance his role as both playmaker and scorer without being overextended? And how will the Clippers' new additions blend with their veteran core? One thing is certain: last year, Harden proved he still has the ability to step up when needed. During the playoffs, when asked about playing heavy minutes, Harden didn't complain. He simply said, "It is what it is." So, whatever the team needs, 47, 48, overtime, whatever, I'm willing to do it. That mentality hasn't changed, but Ty Lue wants to ensure it's not the default setting all season long. This Clippers team isn't being built for the regular season grind. It's being built for May and June. If Kawhi stays on the floor, if Harden can pick his spots, and if Beal and Collins deliver, the Clippers could finally have the balanced attack needed to make a real push in the playoffs. For now, the weight won't all fall on James Harden's shoulders. And that might just be the key to keeping him fresh enough to make the Clippers dangerous when it matters most.